Hello to my fellow history lovers and people with curious minds that say, if I learned something new today, it is a good day. I am author Eileen Schnabel, author of the Kep Westgard Time Travel to the American Revolution series, and we have been talking about the colony that did not revolt. So we think about the 13 original colonies, but as one of the people commented, and I thank you, Florida was a British colony that didn't revolt. So what's the story there? And that's what I was digging into. So basically, before the American Revolution, there's the French and Indian War, and Spain loses the Florida to the British because Spain had allied itself with France. Britain wins the French and Indian War. So basically now, instead of being a Spanish colony, Florida is a British colony. Well, now let's fast forward. Now Britain loses the American Revolution. And during the treaty, basically they say Spain gets back Florida. Partly there's some other things going on, but we'll just keep it at that for now. So now it is once again a Spanish colony. So what's interesting is as the United States starts to come into existence, Florida is still a Spanish colony. So how does that change? Well, we're going to move forward to about the 1800s, and there is a war going on called the Seminole War. So what's happening is even though Florida is a Spanish colony, there's a lot of settlers trying to move in. And the Seminole, among other groups, are fighting. And also there's a lot of runaway slaves who have gone to Florida. And some of them ally themselves with the Seminole, and they're trying to push out the settlers that are trying to come in. Well, enter somebody new that is going to totally change the game. So what happens next? Enter this guy, Andrew Jackson. He basically says, you know what? And he's not even president at this point. In fact, he doesn't even have official permission. But he says, if Spain can't control all this havoc going down in Florida, I'm going to do it. So he marches in without official permission and he captures a bunch of Spanish forts. Basically, he forces Spain's hand. Spain is furious, but they're pretty weakened at this point. So there comes another treaty. And Spain basically says, okay, you guys, the United States, can have Florida, but you need to promise you're going to leave Texas to us. Well, we know how that ends. So anyway, thanks for letting me share. And it was an interesting look. And I want to thank again the person who made the comment about Florida, not Florida being the colony that didn't revolt, because it's been really interesting to look at it. The Seminole Wars themselves are really interesting. I just need more time to read. Anyway, thanks for letting me share, and I'll see you soon. And if you find yourself thinking that history stuff is really interesting, you can read for a short time free Kep Westgard and the Second Battle of Saratoga, which the link will be in the description. Thank you.